This is the show the nation has been waiting for. Tonight we'll crown our new champions because tonight it's the grand final. The best male and female contenders in this series are here for their ultimate showdown against the MTN Gladiators. Yeah. South Africa, welcome to the final of MTN Gladiators. The best of the best are here. No second chances tonight. This is the big one on MTN Gladiators.
Well, the pressure really does start building now, because in a few seconds we'll bring out their two female contenders and the two male contenders who've made it into the final, and they of course are really hoping to win that eventual title, MTN Gladiator of the series, and the shared 40,000 Rand prize. Our two female finalists are Catherine van Niekerk and Danny Ridgeway.
All right, Catherine, welcome back. I've said that to you a few times, but I guess nothing matters because tonight is everything.
That's right, Glenn. I've made it to the final. It's going to be a great evening. Of course, it's going to be a lot of mixed emotions. I'm against one of my best friends. We've been friends for years. I want her to win, but I want to win. But I'm just going to go out there, try my hardest and have fun.
It's amazing, as everyone at home will see, you're both quite small contenders as well, which proves the theory that you've had the guts, the determination, but you've had the all-round skill to get right to the very top here.
I think that helps us from gymnastics and our sport. We do lots of training.
Okay, Catherine, remind everybody where you come from and what do you do at the moment?
I'm from Durban. I do aerobic sport, which is a mixture of gymnastics and dancing. I'm in matric, and that's all.
That sounds pretty good to me. That's not all, because you're into the final of MTN Gladiators. And who is in this Gladiators arena shouting for Catherine? Who are they? Where are they?
My mom, my dad, my brother, family and friends. Thanks for coming, guys.
It's going to be a great night. Let's hear it for Catherine!
It is sometimes unfortunate but inevitable that two very best friends have to go up against each other in the final. Danny, we know that Catherine's your best friend. That's not going to stop you.
No, I'm going to give it my best. Unfortunately, we came up in finals, but thank goodness we came up in finals and not in an earlier round. And may the best contender win.
All the best friend in this case. Danny, just remind us quickly where you're from, what you like doing in your spare time, if you have any.
Well, I don't have much spare time. I'm from Natal, and I'm actually studying first year sports science, and I do aerobic sports, so that's why I don't have much spare time on my hands.
And that's why this sports scientist is in the finals. Danny, where are your supporters?
They're sitting over there, my dad, my mom, and my big sister, and everyone else.
Welcome, Danny's family. Let's hear it then for Danny!
You've met the two female finalists. Let's meet our male finalists in this grand final of MTN Gladiators. They are Jager and Craig Smith! Christo, this is it. You know enough about this particular series to know that there are no second chances tonight.
I think a big part of it is luck, but if you can't focus and do it, luck won't help you.
Well, focus being the operative word in your career. Remind everybody what you do for a living and where you're from.
I'm from Centurion. I'm an optometrist and look after the people's eyes.
There you go. I wonder if the MTN Gladiators will look after you or you'll look after them, but what about the audience looking after you? Where are they? Who are they?
They're all over. Good evening, everybody.
Let's hear it. Wish you the best of luck, Christo!
Craig, I don't mean to put any pressure on you, but you have said you dearly want that title.
Oh, I want it so bad, Ursula. I'm going to go for it today. Krista's a great contender, so it'll be a good match today.
I think so too. The two of you are very competitive, very strong. Tell us, Craig, where you get that strength from, what kind of training you do and that?
I like to work at the gym, a bit of free weights, mainly circuit training and jogging, cardiovascular. I'm also a dancer, so that helps me with my agility a bit, yeah.
Absolutely. We'll see if you can dance circles around MTN Gladiators. Remind the folks at home quickly, Craig, where you're from, what you do for a living apart being a dancer.
Okay, I'm a local here in Johannesburg, and I'm currently at varsity doing my third year. I work part-time for my father as an operations manager in his transport business. I teach dancing at a freestyle studio, and I just like to have fun.
Sure, that's a lot he's got on his plate then. Let's hear it for Craig!
Those are our 4 terrific finalists. The action gets underway after this short break in the final of MTN Gladiators.
Are you an MTN Gladiator? Are you an MTN Gladiator?
Every episode of MTN Gladiators features the Know the Show competition, so keep a close eye on proceedings. There are pay-as-you-go cell phone kits and cash prizes of £1,000 up for grabs later. Welcome back to this grand final of MTN Gladiators. Let's get underway with event number 1.
Powerball.
Ready to play Powerball with the red balls, it's Catherine! And ready to score with the blue balls, it's Danny! And ready to tackle them, it's Force and Shadow! Well, this final is as big an occasion for Force and Shadow as it is for the contenders. They want to end this series with a big bang as well. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contenders, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
60 seconds of non-stop running and tackling. Force lays Catherine low, but Danny has dodged the Shadow. A bonus 3-pointer, what a start. And can Catherine respond? Well, not this time, and Shadow takes the situation by the scruff of the neck. Another power hit by the indestructible Force, and Shadow collars Danny. Shell-shocked Catherine is not too excited about taking another big hit from Force, but Danny's still looking for more ways to score, and she collects another 2 points. Force body checks Catherine yet again, but Danny has every intention of extending her lead. Oh, but Shadow has every intention of making life as tough as possible, and Catherine has finally found her way through. 10 seconds to go, and Shadow crushes her opponent. But is there time for a Catherine comeback? Oh, I guess not, and these ladies can feel they've been in a war zone. Let's hear it to the ladies! As is customary, Powerball always features in a final, and if our contenders can survive this test, they can survive anything. Danny, close battle, close Powerball battle. You won it 5-2, 5 hard-earned points.
Yes, I knew Shadow was strong with this. Look, I'm out of breath, I can't even speak. But I'm stoked that I got 5 points on Powerball.
Well done, 5 points against Shadow. Shadow, once the initial score had been made, you thought, hang on, she's not going to get many more points here. I'm angry.
Definitely, Glenn. These girls are aerobic sport dancers. They are the best. But you know what? Shadow is the best of the best.
All right. Woo. Gee whiz, Catherine. You had Force on your back all the way around. You weren't that far behind Danny. 5-2, 2 points. Are you happy with that?
I'm very happy with it. Going against Force, I didn't expect any. Tried my hardest. Gave me a few hard tackles there, but I just got up and kept on going.
It's like a truck has just sort of parked on top of you, isn't it?
Almost.
But you shrugged it off. You pushed the truck away a couple of times. Nicely done. 2 points for Catherine. Force, the truck was very mobile today.
Sure was. You know what, this is the finals. The girls are excellent. They're having a real good run. All I can say is MTN Falcons, watch out. Here Shadow and I come.
All right, the big rugby tackles. Woo! Let's hear it for the ladies. Catherine and Danny, Shadow and Force. Oh, what a balls up. Well, as you can see, no one escaped the attentions of the Gladiators tonight. Danny leads it 5-2. Ready to play Powerball and ready to score with red, it's Christo! And ready to score with the blue balls, it's Craig! And ready to tackle, it's Blade and Warrior! The two most awesome, most unforgiving power tacklers in the business. I can hear the sound of bones crunching already. Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contenders, are you ready? Gladiators, are
are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
The odds are that Craig and Christo will find it nearly impossible to score against Warrior and Blade, and so far that is the case. Oh, brave effort in the tackle by Craig, and it's going to take an exceptional piece of footwork and courage to get past these two dazzling defenders. Warrior derails the contender once again, Blade is on guard, and Christo tries his hand at the high-speed peripheral play as well, but to no avail. But Craig smashes through Warrior's defences to score 2 points. 30 seconds gone, but it will feel like 30 minutes for these contenders who continue to take a hammering. All four combatants gravitate to that far side, and sometimes the congestion can help the contenders, but the Gladiators have every angle covered. The pace of the game has slowed considerably. The contenders are exhausted. Blade douses Christo's flame, but Craig is still trying to fire. Oh, and he's denied by the edge of the pod. Bad luck. That may have been his last chance, and Christo musters one last ounce of strength.
Let's hear it for the guys! Woo! Awesome!
Yes, it was an awesome display of tackling, and only Craig's solitary diving effort breached the Gladiators' defences. It means that Craig takes the smallest possible lead over Christo after game number 1.
Mountain. Ready to summit the MTN Mountain, it's Catherine! She'll be followed by Nightshade! Also eager to climb to the top, it's Danny! But she'll be followed by Fire! Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contenders, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Catherine in the maroon and Danny in the green, and a precious 10 points up for grabs for the first one to the top. But it's a particularly long haul, especially when you don't have the reach. Nightshade and Fire enter the fray, eager to leave their impressions on this final, as well as on the contenders' ankles. Fire has locked onto Danny, and Nightshade is within striking distance of her target. Danny's climb is over, disappointment for her family, but Catherine has left Nightshade in the dust, and she's just a few hand grips away from the big score. Yes, Catherine collects the 10 points, and she is delighted. And that victory pushes her into a 7-point lead after 2 events.
Ready to climb the MTN Mountain, it's Christo! He'll be chased by Vildebeers! Looking strong and ready for the MTN Mountain, it's Craig! He'll be chased by Spider! Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contenders, you will go on the first blow of the whistle. Gladiators, you will go on the second blow of the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
It's all or nothing. Oh, and Christo has fumbled the start. He's got going again, but Craig has the lead, and here comes double trouble. Oh, Christo has lost it altogether after catching up some, and Spider has stormed after Craig. And as Spider loses his grip, what a golden chuck of luck, and his family are in 7th heaven. Spider had closed the gap in the blink of an eye, but Craig didn't panic, and the Gladiator couldn't finish him off.
Craig, it really was such a scramble for you. Spider is fast, he's quick, he knows exactly what he's doing, to the point that he even took a piece of your equipment off.
He was there, he grabbed me, and I just managed to get away, but I'm pumped. I'm ready for tonight. Let's do it.
You got yourself 10 points!
Woo! That's it, I'll take him.
You'll take them gladly, Spider. You would have gladly taken Craig off of the MTN Mountain, but he wouldn't let you.
Absolutely, these contenders are great. Us Gladiators are high up in the food chain, so I kind of just walked away with his tail today, guys. That's a little bit of an hors d'oeuvre, but it'll do for today.
And then we move over to Christo, who had such a bad start. This hardly ever happens for you, Christo. You're normally just so together and so concentrated.
I think it's the nerves of the final, Ursula. My mouth's dry, my eyes are twitching, everything's weird. And I tell you, once I fell down after the first start, I just flew up there, but I just had to go so quick. and I had one slip and it's gone.
One slip and he was down that mountain. How do you feel about that, Wildebeest?
Aan die ene kant 'n bietjie teleurgesteld. Ek weet Christus is 'n vinnige contender. Hy's vinnig op die muur. Maar aan die ene kant is ook deel van die Wildebeest se strategie. Maak hom senuweeagtig. Ek wen die game.
That's just the way they do it, folks. Let's hear it then for Craig and Spider!
Craig hits the jackpot and takes an important 12-0 lead on Christo after event number 2.
Are you an MTN Gladiator? Are you an MTN Gladiator?
Every episode of MTN Gladiators features the Know the Show competition, so keep a close eye on proceedings. There are pay-as-you-go cell phone kits and cash prizes of 1,000 rand up for grabs later.
Facing off and ready for Whiplash, it's Catherine!
Well, we've all come to know these finalists so well, like the fact that 18-year-old Catherine van Niekerk, the aerobic sport and gymnastics expert, never says die.
And she's staring into the eyes of Quartz.
This is an especially challenging night for Quartz because the biggest female gladiator on the team has volunteered to do Whiplash twice.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, Gladiator, take up the wishbone. 3, 2, 1.
Remember, the contender has 30 seconds to claim that wishbone any way she can. Catherine has reached the angled edge, but Quartz hangs on and turns superbly to keep the game alive. 15 seconds gone, and Catherine is pulling like mad, but Quartz is super cool and refuses to buckle. But the contender is in position again to claim the win. The crowd is willing her on. The outcome is on a knife edge, but Quartz is sensational.
Absolutely awesome! Let's hear it for Quartz!
The Gladiator did not disappoint. Catherine found the vital gravity-assisting edge, but she could not take that wishbone.
Facing off and ready for her Whiplash, it's Danny!
19-year-old Danny Ridgeway is so much like her fellow aerobic sport friend and rival, it's difficult to tell them apart. And neither of them outweighs the other in the determination department.
And she also has to go up against Quartz.
Quartz faces her toughest ever assignment. No gladiator has ever performed both Whiplash games, but the Gladiator says she's up to it, so let's see if she can do the business.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
Danny tries to use the slack and turn the opposing forces in her favor, but Quartz is keeping low and looks solid. Danny finds the edge again, and does Quartz have the energy to defend at 100% after the exhausting tussle with Catherine? And she has answered that question with a resounding yes.
Absolutely awesome!
One of the world's great power gladiators takes care of two great contenders back to back. Whiplash is a game that favors the contenders because gladiators may only defend, but Quartz has been truly supreme tonight.
Danny, I know what was happening backstage. You were thinking, well, I know they toss a coin to see who goes first and how it works. Maybe I'm second against Quartz. Maybe she'll be tired. No way, Jose.
That is exactly what I was thinking. I thought, lucky me, I'm second. She's using the same arm. I'm going to get it done, and I didn't. She's a strong girl, let me tell you.
Now you know why she's an MTN Gladiator, huh?
That's exactly it. She's so strong.
Hard luck, Danny. No points on Whiplash. Quartz, this is going to give you a great kick. I heard very clearly at least two people in this audience, and I'm sure the people at home are thinking the same. Oh, look, Quartz is tired. She has to do it again. This is your final as much as the contenders' final, and you wanted to prove a seriously big point as you have done tonight.
I most certainly have tried to do that, and I have succeeded. We are gladiators. We can go out there and we give up our best every single time.
100%, that's what it's all about on MTN Gladiators. Let's hear for Danny! And for the awesome Quartz!
Quartz leaves the spotlight, having made a huge statement in this grand final, and it leaves Catherine and Danny in the same position with one event to go before the eliminator.
Facing off on Whiplash, it's Christo!
Will this be 26-year-old Christo Jager's long-awaited night to remember after injury in the very first series of MTN Gladiators dashed his chances way back then?
And he's being stared down by Granite.
Well, Christo the optician is used to looking into people's eyes, but not quite on that basis. Granite has eyes for only one thing: victory at any cost.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, Gladiator, take up the wishbone. 3, 2, 1.
Granite goes into DEFCON 1. Christo keeps switching the stress point from side to side, but the Gladiator is tracking his every move. Oh, the contenders come down with the bone, but Granite's making it clear that he never let go. Granite's legion of fans salute him. Christo did well to get the Man of Stone down, but he didn't win the wishbone outright because Granite never lost his grip.
Let's bring Cyril Mitchley in for the official verdict. What has Christo got, if anything?
Glenn, yes, they both come down. I think Christo lost a little bit of control of it. I think Granite lost a little bit of control of it. I'm therefore awarding 5 points to the contender.
5 points!
Well, Christo's smiling because any points against Granite are like gold dust.
Here comes Giant!
The hugely popular Giant receives another huge ovation from his army of fans. And even Teddy looks like he's on a shampoo and set for this special occasion.
That brings the bare necessities of life.
Young Brendan gets the job of doing the bare necessities for TV's most famous Teddy. He'll keep an eye on the cuddly one while Giant keeps his eye on his not quite so cuddly contender.
The bees are buzzing.
Facing off and ready for Whiplash, it's Craig!
22-year-old student and dance teacher Craig Smith will have seen Christo get away with 5 valuable points on Whiplash. What can he do against Giant?
And he's going up against Giant.
When you're this big, it's easy to get complacent, but this ever-professional Gladiator knows he needs to be on his guard all the time, because victory can never be a certainty.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
Craig gets the wishbone shuffle underway. Giant takes up the strain and shows extraordinary strength to keep the 83-kilogram contender on that platform. Craig has the height, the weight, and now gravity on his side again, but Giant is pushing new limits and still has the wishbone. And Craig is down without the prize. Phenomenal! This crowd has gone ballistic. Teddy is as proud as anything, and the glad hands are up in this arena to salute one of the most awesome performers in the Gladiator world. Eventually, Craig took a running jump, but Giant was never going to let go of that wishbone.
Craig, awesome stuff. We saw you gritting your teeth and dancing up there on that Whiplash podium, but you weren't budging the Giant.
I was making noises, I was pulling, I was doing everything, I couldn't budge him. These Gladiators are psyched tonight. No one's getting them down. They're doing all their best.
It is a final. You're psyched as well. Were you surprised? Because Giant hit the deck pretty early on, and when they go down on their bums, sometimes you've got a chance of catching them.
Sometimes, but he was ready for it. He knew what he was doing.
Hard luck, Craig. No points on Whiplash. Giant, absolutely awesome. The Giant is amazing! You were incredible. You went down, you gritted your teeth. You were so dedicated to this one in the final, Giant.
Absolutely, Glenn. I really, really wanted to win this one. And I can honestly say that is the hardest fight I've ever given. And he is one strong, strong guy.
Great words from Giant. Let's hear it for Craig. And for Giant.
Forget about your worries and your strife.
There is no doubt that the MTN Gladiators have risen to this occasion en masse. Christo's Whiplash efforts enable him to narrow Craig's lead to 7 points.
Wherever I wander, wherever I
Ready to hang tough. We
We know how special tonight's final is for the contenders, but no one will want to party tonight quite like this gladiator. She'll be looking for a champagne performance now, just to warm her up.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Gold sets out in search for a reason to celebrate, and there it is. But Danny looks composed, and the fact that she's light means she can move more freely and speedily across the rings. Gold goes for a quick opportunist kill, but the swing takes her away from her victim, and Danny has a chance to regroup. The contender gets her momentum back and makes for the scoring zone, but the gladiator snaps her up from behind. Danny was caught in a vice and had another 30 seconds in which to hang tough. Her fingers just couldn't support the added baggage.
Ready to hang tough, it's Catherine! She'll be hanging tough against Thunder!
Well, Thunder is enjoying the gala occasion as much as her gladiator teammates, but she'll enjoy it a whole lot more when she feels Catherine's body under hers on that trash mat.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
A smooth, comfortable swing action from the human cyclone. Catherine, like Danny, has the poise and the upper body strength-weight ratio, but does she have a plan? Oh, Thunder takes a nibble, but Catherine isn't dinner just yet, although I think she's about to get snacked on again. The contender refuses to be prey, and now Thunder has a tough situation to get under control, and Catherine must take advantage if she can. The crowd can sense an upset here. Catherine is back in the hunt, and Thunder is out on a limb. It's an agonizing challenge. Catherine just stays out of reach, but with only 13 seconds left, can she find a way past? Time is running out. Thunder is looking for the right ring, and Catherine has found her momentum again. Oh, but her arms are just an inch too short, and she'll be more than happy to settle for the 5 points. This is the move that threw both women off balance, but it helped Catherine stay out of harm's way.
You're smiling, Catherine, because you know you very nearly made it and got yourself 10 points, but you had 2 very dangerous escapes from Thunder.
That's right, Angela. I lost my ring quite a few times there, but Thunder did as well. She was very, very close to me a couple of times. I managed to shake her off. Unfortunately, I couldn't get myself onto the platform, but I still managed to stay up there.
You stayed up there and you got yourself 5 points!
That's great, Angela. Thanks.
You're welcome, Catherine. Thunder, she really was so determined. She was so strong. You both had a bit of bad luck coming off your rings. You went into a bit of a speed spin there.
I actually got dizzy. I thought, geez, where the hell am I? But anyhow, she's a strong girl. The pressure is on, but well done anyhow.
Thank you very much then, Thunder. Let's hear it for Catherine. 5 points! And Thunder!
Well, this is the situation after 4 events. Catherine has a 17-5 lead, and she'll get the head start on the eliminator.
Ready to hang tough, it's Christo! He's up against Spider!
Another big night for the Spider. When he's away from his computer terminal, the Hang Tough rings make for the perfect website.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
spider's looking to cook. Tristo doesn't want to be the fat into the fire, though. But he doesn't know that the Gladiator missed breakfast and lunch just to make this taste better. Tristo's keeping his distance, but he must reach the red rings to have any chance of scoring. The contender makes his move, and so does Spider, but his web still has some holes in it. Oh, nice sneak attack by the Gladiator. Tristo is in a flat spin, but so too is Spider. The Gladiator is back in control. Tristo is isolated, and I think he's about to become the hors d'oeuvres. In the end, the spider instigated the most clinical of downfalls. Out came the scissors, and down went the contender.
Ready to hang tough, we have Craig! Here's up against Toss!
This has been an impressive all-round performance by the Gladiators, and there's no way Tusk wants to be the hang-tough defender who concedes 10 points.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
3, 2, 1.
It's such a daunting prospect for the brave contenders. The route to victory is invisible, everything else is just a blur, and the shoulder blades ache from the word go. Craig is kept very wide and is into the red zone, but sooner or later he'll need to traverse towards the center. Well, this is a test of wit as much as strength. Craig can clearly handle the physical stress, but can he plot the golden route to success? Craig's scrapping all the way, and he escapes Tusk's clutches. The Gladiator looks most put out. What a fight! Craig battles on bravely. It takes an awful lot to thwart the Tusk. 9 seconds to go. Can he hang on? Craig was swinging around up there for over 50 seconds, and for the last 20 he was in a dogfight. Tusk finally delivered the killer blow. Tristo and Craig will take their weary shoulders into the eliminator. Craig will have the head start.
It's the final eliminator. Who will be crowned the champion? We'll find out after this short break on MTN Gladiators.
Are you an MTN Gladiator? Are you an MTN Gladiator?
Every episode of MTN Gladiators features the Know the Show competition, so keep a close eye on proceedings. There are pay-as-you-go cell phone kits and cash prizes of 1,000 Rand up for grabs later.
Welcome back to MTN Gladiators. We're ready with the eliminator for the final. Let's get underway.
Eliminator.
Catherine leads Danny by a very useful 12 points. That amounts to a 6-second head start.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Catherine, you will go on the first blow of the whistle. Danny, you will go on the second blow of the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
It's the eliminator to end all eliminators in this series. Catherine and Danny could not be matched up more evenly in terms of physical ability, but can Danny close this 6-second deficit? Catherine gets set for the skyladder, and Danny shows her perfect form on that evil rope climb. Well, it looks to me as though the chaser is a little quicker at this stage. Catherine hits the web, and yes, Danny has made progress. She's 3 or 4 seconds off the pace now. Catherine breaks free, but Danny has been unable to sustain her good run, and the web has slowed her down. Catherine nears the highest point of the course. Danny still has the entire cargo net ahead of her. absolutely faultless so far for the leader. Danny has a spring in her step, but is it too late? She forces herself onward. Her family know it may be slipping away now, but Catherine has given herself a long rest. She's gambling that Danny will need to do the same after the beam, but it can be a dangerous tactic. Catherine's family have had enough waiting. It's time to go, and Danny goes too. Catherine is there, so is Danny. What a finish, and 18-year-old Catherine van Niekerk takes that title just ahead of 19-year-old Danny Ridgeway.
Let's hear it for these awesome ladies!
Well, we said it was the perfect matchup. Catherine's pre-travelator rest period needed to be timed to perfection, because in the end, Danny was just 2 steps behind.
Danny, you are a runner-up at the end of this series. We've seen you from the beginning through to the end, and I can't believe, as you might well, that you came up that travelator first time.
I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I get to catch up to her, and well, what can you do? That travelator is just a pit.
Well, Danny, I'll tell you what you might well do. You could take Catherine out to dinner, because we're giving you a runners-up check of 5,000 rand.
Thank you very much to everyone who supported me throughout this whole show. Thank you to MTN for this, and maybe I might take Catherine out to dinner.
Well, you know what? You can give her a call on your Nokia-sponsored MTN Companion Pay As You Go, kids.
Thank you so much.
Catherine, awesome stuff. You said at the beginning of the show it was going to be tough if you had to beat your best friend. You also had to beat the travelator. You had to beat the MTN Gladiators. You did everything tonight.
Thank you very much, Glenn. Definitely. That travelator, that's the first time I've got up at first time. Actually, it's the first time I looked up first time doing it. Danny was very close to me. I saw her getting in the spider's web pretty much same time as me. I freaked, so I went faster, and then she caught me at the end of the beam.
You have trained with her. You have beaten her. Your message to all of the people who followed you over the weeks, Catherine, a special message for everybody who's watched you. You're a young lady who's done so well. What's the big message to everybody at home?
I think go out there, do your best, don't ever give up. Just keep going.
Just keep going as you did. You have won yourself this awesome first prize on MTN Gladiators, a check for 30,000 rand. That is an awesome prize, but arguably an even bigger, better prize is the MTN Gladiators trophy itself. And from MTN, will you welcome Mark Ewenson to present the big trophy? There is the trophy, the MTN Gladiators trophy from Mark Ewenson. She is our champion, Catherine!
And what an awesome display by the ladies. And what do the men have in store for us? Craig's 12-5 lead gives him a 7-point edge and a 3.5-second head start for the eliminator.
Over to Cyril Mitchley.
Contenders, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
The ultimate showdown. Cometh the hour. Cometh the champion contender. But who will it be? Oh, Craig's fluffed the rope climb, and he's still spinning in outer space. What a disaster! But the nerves have got to Christo as well, and the rope has inflicted punishment on both these finalists. Craig bounces straight into the spider's web. And Christo contorts his body into the challenge. But Craig has increased his initial 3.5-second head start, and Christo is in trouble. They're separated by the whole length of the cargo net climb, much as the ladies were, but we still saw a dramatic ending with them. It all boils down to who has the guts to conquer the travelator. That is a few seconds away for Craig, and even further away for Christo. Craig looks fate straight in the eyes. Is this to be his finest hour? Oh, he's fallen, but he's up again, and Craig Smith is the new MTN Gladiators champion, and his family are swept off their feet. 26-year-old Christo Jager swings home to complete this terrific final.
Let's hear it for the guys!
In the final analysis, Craig did not stumble after his early rope climb shock. He fell on the conveyor belt, but the 22-year-old student and dance teacher kept his body on the straight and narrow.
Christo, absolutely awesome stuff. It was a great, great final. How does it feel? I know you must be disappointed, but you have come all this way to the big one.
Tell you, Glenn, I told him if he makes a mistake, I'll go by. Where was the mistake, Craig?
Christo, Try has very much been your middle name. It's been a great experience for us to watch you over the weeks. I know you have a special message as a professional man. You're an optician. As a professional man, to all the families and the young ones watching at home.
Well, the main thing is believe in yourself, people. If you don't believe in yourself, you'll never achieve anything. Believe in yourself, concentrate, and have fun.
How about those great words from Christo? Christo, you leave us with the runners-up check for 5,000 Rand and your very, very special Nokia MTN Companion cell phone package. You've been terrific. Thank you, Christo.
Thanks, Glenn.
Let's just take a second to talk about not believing that you were here when we were at the starting line, and then seeing you maintain your lead all the way up through the Travelator.
I can't believe it. It first started off on the rope. I couldn't get to the podium. And then the monkey bars I went. The Travelator was so fast tonight. It's never been that fast.
When you hit the Travelator with your first step, what did you think, looking down at it and knowing how fast it was going?
Well, I wasn't looking down, but it was so fast. My leg went. I thought, oh no, this is it. But I just kept going. I just pushed. The crowd helped me, and it was great.
What do you want to say to your fans, your supporters, the folks watching at home, and especially your family, now that you're a champion?
I'm so happy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, MTN Gladiators. It's been great. My family, my friends, the dancers, G-Force, the Gladiators upstairs. Everyone's been great. Thank you.
No, thank you, Craig. And to show that we mean it, we're giving you this winner's check of 30,000 Rand.
Thank you so much.
But that's not all. Once he's had a quick hold of his check, let me take this away and put it down here and call in Mark Ewenson from MTN to give you your trophy. Well done, Craig!
Here's this week's Know the Show competition. 083 910 1111 is the number to dial anytime from now till next Thursday. Just phone through the answer to this easy question. What is the name of the man who has just been crowned the new MTN Gladiators champion? It's that easy. Give us a call, and good luck.
You know, Glenn, this has been such a heartwarming final. Our contenders coming into this final have been great, and certainly the winners have been phenomenal.
You know, all the winners have been every single contender in another marvelous series of MTN Gladiators. It's been terrific. We say congratulations to our winners, and a very special thank you to everybody at home who's been watching this series of MTN Gladiators.
Thank you!
Next week on MTN Gladiators, a very special show, the Media Celebrity Challenge. 8 well-known stars from South African TV and radio are up against each other and the Gladiators in a fun-filled spectacle not to be missed.
Of the MTN Gladiators.